What if the only way to win was to lose everything? Would you sacrifice yourself for a stranger's baby? Would you forgive the man who betrayed you? Would you burn down a game that gave your life meaning? That's what Squid Game Season 3 dares to ask. And the ending? It doesn't just wrap things up. It rips your heart out and asks if it was worth it. Welcome to the final chapter, where survival meets sacrifice and humanity finally punches back. Let's rewind. Season 3 opens with Seong Gi-hun, older, colder, and haunted by ghosts. He's not the same man who won Season 1. Now, he's here to break the game from the inside. But this time, he's not alone. The cast is stacked with unforgettable faces, a pregnant woman, a frail grandma, and player 120, Cho Hyun-ju, who became everyone's favorite within minutes. And it's not just about survival anymore. It's about redemption. The title says it's the perfect ending. And while you might not agree with it yet, by the time we get there, you just might, because every moment in this season leads to one final, heartbreaking truth. Game 3 is cruel. Half the players were wiped out, but the tension builds in Game 4, hide and seek with knives and keys. The red team has weapons. The blue team has the way out. You'd think the red team had the advantage, until they don't. Player 120, Cho Hyun-ju, makes her move. She chooses to help the weakest players, Grandma and Kim Jun-hee, the pregnant girl. When Kim Jun-hee gives birth mid-game, yes, mid-game, Cho Hyun-ju fights off attackers and carries all three of them to the finish line. It's heroic, it's reckless, it's tragic. Because she's stabbed in the back by Lee Myung-gi, a cold, calculating survivor. Just like Ali Abdul in Season 1, her death hits hard. And here is another Easter egg. Blue versus red team wasn't just game design. It echoed the original Ddakji choice, the illusion of free will. Seong Gi-hun wore blue in Season 1. In Season 3, his daughter's baby wears red at the end. A fun fact is that the entire scene was shot using a real 3-week-old baby, a prosthetic belly, and clever CGI. The director said it was one of the most challenging sequences to shoot. So, meanwhile, Guard 11's story finally unfolds. She has been working for the frontman, but her motives are unclear. We think she's plotting rebellion. She's not. She saves Park Gi-young-sok, also known as Player 246, helps him escape, and then disappears. Turns out, she just wanted him to live, for his daughter's sake. And yes, Player 246's cancer remission was real. He is still alive. But what's even crazier is that in the final scene, he paints guard number 11 without even knowing who she truly is. Elsewhere, chaos erupts. Seong Gi-hun finally finds Kang Der-ho, the man who betrayed their rebellion. He kills him. And when the guilt overwhelms him, Seong Gi-hun almost turns the knife on himself until the guards intervene. Nam-gi-yu's drug stash ends up with Park Min-soo, who's grieving his partner's death. He takes the pills, and suddenly we're in full-blown hallucination territory. He sees her everywhere. He talks to her ghost. This could have been cheesy, but it works. Because it shows how Squid Game doesn't just kill players, it destroys their minds. Her son almost kills Kim Jun-hee, but Grandma intervenes. She kills her son to save Kim Jun-hee. Then, later, she ends her own life. It's brutal. It's beautiful. It's one of the best arcs in the entire show. Before she dies, she tells Seong Gi-hun, "You must finish this." For Kim Jun-hee, and for the baby. And that's when Seong Gi-hun transforms. He's no longer playing to win. He's playing to protect. In Game 5, Jump Rope, Kim Jun-hee breaks her leg. She knows she can't finish the round, so she lets herself fall. Before she dies, she whispers, "Save my baby." Gi-hun promises. Only 8 remain: Seong Gi-hun, Lee Myung-gi, Park Min-soo, Player 100, and the rest of the monsters. The VIPs give Kim Jun-hee's baby her mother's number. It's a twisted gesture, a sick joke. Dinner is served, for the baby. They bring milk, bottles, napkins. The irony isn't lost. Then, chaos. Lee Myung-gi tries to kill his baby for prize money. Seong Gi-hun intervenes. They fight, and Lee Myung-gi falls to his death. Now Gi-hun faces the ultimate decision: drop the baby and win, or die trying to save her. He jumps. Player 456, the baby, wins. Gi-hun dies, and the facility explodes. But here is an interesting thing. The baby who wins in the end is player 456, the same number Seong Gi-hun had in Season 1. This wasn't random. It was symbolic. The story comes full circle. But the message is clear. The real win isn't survival. It's a sacrifice. Elsewhere, Hwang Jun-ho escapes the facility and exposes it to the world. Player 246 recovers from cancer. Guard number 11 visits him anonymously and paints his portrait. He still doesn't know who saved him. The money is handed over. The front man meets Gi-hun's daughter in the United States. He gives her all of Gi-hun's belongings. And then, a twist. In the streets of America, a woman is seen playing Ddakji. She's not just anyone. It's Cate Blanchett. Yes, that Cate Blanchett. Netflix confirmed she handpicked her costume and scene. She literally asked the director if she could join the universe. She plays a recruiter for the American Squid Games. And suddenly, the nightmare begins again. Was it satisfying? No. Was it perfect? Yes. It wasn't about tying loose ends. It was about carrying the weight of those who couldn't go on. Seong Gi-hun lost everything. But he gave everything too. He kept his promise. And in a game where humanity dies first, he reminded us that it still matters. But here's another thought to sit with. Maybe Squid Game was never about who wins. Maybe it's about what we're willing to lose to stay human. After the season aired, actor Lee Jong-jae shared his personal take. It was an ending I could have never expected or predicted. I remember thinking, oh, there could be an ending like this. And I remember being in awe of it. That says it all, doesn't it? If this breakdown made you feel something, anything, don't scroll away. Leave a comment with your favorite or most heartbreaking moment. Hit that like button if you cried at least once. And if you're ready for the American Squid Game, you know what to do. Subscribe, share, stay human.